Alright guys, I just received in the mail my two light kits, the interior illumination kit and the console illumination kits from Honda. The first one, the part number is right there. That is the interior under dash illumination kit. And here, the next box, the larger box, is the console LED strip that goes on the console. We're going to install those, so just stay with me. Thanks. Instructions for the Illuminated Console kit and the ambient lighting kit. You may want to use your computer. I just like a paper copy, that way it's a little portable. I can carry it in the car with me and from there on. Also, if you're going to install one of these, and this is just my suggestion, some people don't like the under dash lights, the ambient lighting kit. I've read a couple forum members say they didn't like it, didn't care for it, wasn't bright enough. That's personal preference. You know, I'm not here to knock anybody's decisions of what they do with their own car. That's just up to you. But I decided to buy both of them, and both of them at the same time to install, because you're taking some of the same parts apart to get these in, so you might as well do them both at the same time. Also, on the instructions, there's listed millimeter size drill bits. It's on both of them, matter of fact. But those are very difficult to find unless you just order them online, or if you already have some, that's a different story. I don't. I have a million other drill bits. As you can see, I have a Rolodex here of brand new bits, and I have a drawer completely filled with bits. Just don't have any millimeter bits. So you can use a conversion online. Just look for a conversion chart and you can get the bit size close. It's okay because it's not supposed to, well, it doesn't have to be exact, because those aren't threaded holes you're drilling. You're drilling holes just for a screw to pass through, or a bolt to pass through, to attach another piece to them. So you're really not drilling for threading reasons. So as long as you're pretty close, just find a conversion chart. That's what I'm going to do online, and drill my my holes using a standard drill bit sizes. Alright, stay with me. Alright, we're in the car and I'm going to start pulling things apart. Basically, the first thing they want you to do is what I'm kind of mix matching both kits, because it's a lot of the same things you take apart. The first thing is, on your console, you want to lift this piece up and you just pull it straight off. And if you look, it has the 4 clips on it. Pretty simple. They're plastic. Just pull until you feel it. You know, it's going to just pop off. So it's pretty easy to get those off. So just pull that off. I'm going to put it in the back seat and keep it safe. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tape up here. It tells you to put some tape up here on your screen, things like that. I have some blue painter's tape I'm going to use. Alright, just tape the areas that they tell you in the instructions to tape. You're just taping them to protect it in case you, you know, hit it or something. That's really all it's for. But let's see what the next step is. Next thing, guys, you're going to pop this panel off. It runs along the edge. You've already taken the back part of the console off. This one's a little tricky to get off. You got to pull on it. That's why they have your tape up there, so you don't pry against it. But you just get it off. And again, you got 4 clips. Now let's see what the next step is. Alright, so the next step is to take the other side off. The same exact thing. You're going to pop both of the sides off. You're going to pop this off. Then you're going to run up here and pop this piece off. Alright, I've taken the this other side piece off here. As you can see, it just pops off. Again, 4 clips on it. Just make sure also too, these actually right here, these little tabs also, they actually hook on too, but they come right up. These are the main tabs though, the 4 tabs here. And I've also taken that armrest off too. The same thing, 4 tabs pulled right off. So I'm gonna put this piece in the back with the other piece. Also I taped. And forgot to mention too, make sure you undo the negative battery cable, just for safety reasons. You're messing with wiring and stuff. But right now I'm still disassembling. On to the next step. Next step here is to pull your AC control out. It's 4 tabs, 2 outside, and there's 2 retaining clips on the top. And then as you can see on the back, you want to unplug both the connectors. So let me do that right quick. There's one. Let me get the other one right quick. That's what I'm going to need to use a little pin for, so hang on just a second. AC control is out, unplugged, 2 wires right there. Now it's on to the next step. Let's see what we got here. Now it says to enter the center console. This is right here. I don't know if you can see that little place right here. You can fit a key in, and you're going to put your key. If you have the remote, you need to pop your key out of the remote, put it in there, and release the shift lock. Right here, I wanted you to see that shift lock. There's a little tab. The tab is actually laying down in there. I'll pull it out, put your key in, put it in drive. Make sure you either have your parking brake on or you chop the wheels or something, because you're going to put it in the drive position. Next on here is these 2 screws, one on each side. We're going to remove. And then there's also 5 clips that hold this in, and then there's 2 electrical connectors. I'll show you that in a second. Let's go ahead and pull these screws out. Normally I'd use my drill, but with a screwdriver on it. But inside, I don't want a chance messing anything up, over tightening something, slipping off, scratching my interior panels up or anything like that. So, but if you're comfortable using it, by all means. Let's just get these 2 off. Alright, we've got those set aside. Now I'm going to try to pull this panel up. Give me just a second. Alright, now we've got this panel off here. Comes off on the back. Let's look and see. We got 4 tabs, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 2 screws are removed. And we also have three wires, 1, 2, and 3. Let's move on to the next step. And the next step was to pop this off. There's 4 tabs on it, 4 red tabs. Pop it off. On a manual, you would actually take off the knob. On this one, the directions say, really doesn't say, it just doesn't show it. It still shows it sitting there, even with the rest removed afterwards. So the manual, you remove it. Automatic, you don't. Next is the tray here. We're going to pull it out. We've now taken out the tray. The tray has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips plus a retainer up here at the front. Now we're going to remove the console. We're going to take out this bolt. You can use a screwdriver or a socket on it, whatever you prefer. It's not very tight, so you don't have to use a socket on it. Put that down there, and also you have 2 screws, one here and one on the other side right here. We're going to pull those out right now, and the console should come out. Loosen this one. Alright, now that I've got that out of the car, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pieces here off both sides. They're pretty simple. If you look, you got a screw here, screw here, and then there's two retaining tip clips right here. One here, and one you can one here in the back. Both sides come off the same way. All right. The kit comes with some templates, and once you get that left-hand side off, it tells you to cut the templates out and put them where they go and tape them in, which I did. And this is where the holes are going to go. They mark the holes for you. Pretty simple, right? It says use a push pin, like here, and push on those spots, and then you're going to drill the holes to the sizes it tells you to. I'll be right back once I do that. Alright guys, so I've already drilled my holes. I've got the three smaller ones here. Take that tape off there, and one larger hole. What these are for, like I said, they come with these self-tapping screws right there. These just have to fit through here to where the heads don't go through, just like that. They're going to come from the inside though. The other plug is strictly, the other hole is strictly for the actual wire to fit through the larger hole. So basically like this here. That's it. So they don't have to be exact, but you want to get them close so they look right. Alright, I'm going to move on to the next side and drill the other side out. Alright folks, I got the right side drilled also. My three holes, one's bigger than the other one. That's for the wire to pass through. I forgot to mention too earlier, if you want to, it's kind of handy to have. If you have a step drill bit like this, it's pretty good. Because I didn't have exact sizes for the hole for the plug to go through, the middle hole. So I just kept moving it up one step at a time until the plug fit through the hole. So it's pretty good now. Now I'm going to put it back together and go on to the next step. There's some more holes you have to drill next, which is in the other plastic piece here. So I'll move on, then I'll show you that next. Alright, now the bottom of the console requires a hole here too. I've drilled this hole already. It gives you a template to put on here also. The template's right here. So it's pretty exact. Now to move on to the next step, now they want you to actually put the lights on each side of the panel before you put them back on. Alright guys, I've been working on this for a little while. I've actually put the piece on there. Matches pretty nice. It secures with these three screws that I drilled. The other big hole there is where the wire comes through, and it tells you to put this foil tape over the wire. Pretty simple. That's the left side. The right side is right here. It's a little shorter on the side, but that's just the way they make it. The passenger side's a little smaller. Same thing. It only screws with two screws, and then the foil tape here. There's another hole here, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be used here in a little while. But let me put it back on the console, and we'll see what happens. Alright, on the bench I have the wires routed here, and I have the panel on both sides. Here is the left side, and here is the right side. I'm going to get back in the car now and start routing the cable in, and go ahead and take the radio out. And please stay with me. Let's get in here and see what we can do with this radio. Alright, so let me pull this tape off of everything. Let's see here. Yeah, the kit is just about done, technically, but I just need to do the other one, the ambient lighting kit, before we start on the, before I can finish the other though. So, the radio, pretty simple. There's a screw right there, and then you're going to unplug it. But let me first get the directions. Go with me in here. Alright. There's a lot of other things that have to come off first, but since I'm already in here, I'm going to go ahead and do the radio. pretty simple. That's one good thing about Honda's directions. They're pretty detailed. Now sometimes you get directions for things and the print is not very good. You can't hardly read it, and some other things. Okay, so remove the audio unit and unplug the vehicle connectors. There is 2 bolts and 6 clips that hold the audio system in. And let me get that out and then I'll come back to it. Well, I got the radio out. There is a lot of plugs. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I think 12 plugs that plug in just the radio in the nav system. That's a lot of plugs. But the next project for the under dash lights, that requires the radio to come out. So might could have done it with just letting it hang, but rather get it out of the way so I don't scratch or damage it. So let's move forward. Alright, like I said, we had the radio out. I'm going to start doing the ambient light kit now. I've already taken the radio, which is part of that. Now the LED light strips, I did go ahead and run the wiring. Pretty simple, straightforward. I'm not going to go over it in this video. The directions are very easy for it. The main thing about these videos is the trim pieces. Some of the trim pieces, getting them off. That's mainly what I'm concerned with showing you. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take off this this piece here on the passenger side. There's a vehicle connector if equipped, passenger dashboard side, and there's 4 clips on it. So let me see how hard this is going to be to get off. Alright. Let's open the dash up here. You should be able to get it. Yep, there you go. Most of the time you just need your fingers for some of this stuff. There's 4 clips on this. And there they are. You got your 4 clips, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that piece is off. Let's put that somewhere safe. And basically you got a bunch of metal frame for the dash in there. Alright, and then it says remove the front passenger undercover, and there is 4 clips holding that in also, and then remove the 2 glove box bolts. Now under the passenger side, we've got that panel off under there. Now we're going to take off this bolt here, which is for the glove box, and then there is one more. Don't know if you can see it right there. Take that one off too. So we have the glove box out now. So it looks like under there. Now it's telling me to move over to the driver's side and start taking that stuff apart. So we'll pick it up over there. Alright, I've taken the driver's side panel off. Don't forget on the touring model, or if you have any buttons here on your model, make sure you're going to have to unplug the connectors. Also, the aspirator, the little vent right there, has a plug and a rubber hose. And you make sure you get that off. There's 2 clips at the top on each side, and 3 on the driver's side, and in the middle too. So once you get that off, just place that somewhere where it'll be protected. Put it right here. And let's see what the next step is. Alright. Wrong directions. That's what happens when you're working on 2 different things at once. Alright, so I got that off. Now it's telling me to remove the console, which I already have off due to the other project we're doing. I already have all those steps done. That's from the other project. And radio is out. So now, on both sides, I'm going to drill. It's going to tell me to drill my holes in my panels. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll be right back. Alright, both of our panels from underneath the dash. This is the passenger side. If you look, here's the light installed. Basically, you drill a hole and you put this piece in. Directions are pretty simple for it. I'll tell you how to do it. They're actually even marked on here already from the factory where to drill. Whereas the other LED light strips, they weren't like this. This is the driver's side under the dash. Same thing here. LED light, put right there. Alright, so I'm going to start on some of the wiring now. Alright, we've put back on our lower panel underneath the steering column. The ambient light kit is in there. I'm going to move on to the passenger side now, and then start with the console after that. Alright, got the passenger side all buttoned back up, glove box back in. Now I'm going to start working on the radio and center stack. Well, here it is, folks. I finally got the car put back together. That was a big job, especially when you do both at the same time. There's just so many things that need to come apart, and to run the wires, things like that. Turned out pretty good, though. You can I mean, I don't know if you can see. It's hard to see on the camera, but it is pretty bright down in the footwells. The little bar on the sides, they light up pretty nicely on both sides. And they are controlled by the, you can turn them down with your knob. So you can see they get brighter as you turn them by your knob up here in the dash. So you can actually turn them. There's the passenger side. It's hard to see, like I said, the blue light in the floorboard, but it's plenty bright. I know I'd read on the forum that somebody said they weren't very bright at your feet. They actually are pretty bright. You just can't, it's just hard to tell in the dark, and that's the only way you're really going to see the side lights. So overall, it looks pretty good. The job, though, like I said, was very, very time consuming. Very time consuming, and you got to be careful. There's a lot, especially if you have the touring model with all the extra things in it. On the back of the radio, there's 11 or 12 plugs alone just in the back of the head unit. A lot of wires, a lot of things to plug in. I didn't end up with any extra screws, so that's a good thing. So that's it. I appreciate everybody watching. If you have any questions, just ask. Thanks.